Good morning. What's new? I'm going to show you what I did yesterday. I put up 2 poles and then I strung some netting. Can you see it here? Across the poles so that my peas would have something to grow on. These are little marvel peas. I had one that I planted in a pot, another one in the house that's not quite big enough to come out. The rest of them I just put the peas in the ground and hope they come up the way they're supposed to. What else is new? I don't know if you can see them there, little Swiss chards coming up. Little Swiss chard, a lot of them. So I'm going to have a lot of nice Swiss chard. I see my kale from last year. This particular one is going to seed right there. So I haven't decided if I'm going to cut that off and see if I can keep it from doing that, or if I'm going to let it grow and get more seeds off of it. My lettuces are doing nicely. I planted some that I had indoors. It'll take it a day or so before it looks very good. Okay, the other thing that's new, in previous videos you might have seen some black plastic bags laying in the garden. I brought them all back here where I'm going to make a compost pile. I've done that. It's mostly brown things in there at the moment. It has had some food scraps in which pretty well dissolved themselves, but the twigs and the leaves are pretty goopy. But the other thing that's new, I bought a container and I had my husband put holes in the bottom and around the top, and I'm layering things. I started out with some soil, and then what else did I put in there? A lot of leaves, a lot of food scraps, a lot of coffee grounds, a lot of shredded newspaper, and more leaves, more shredded newspaper. And I'm also going to put some compost. That's organic compost that I'm going to make a fairly nice layer of that on the top. And then I think I'll put some more shredded newspaper too. And that's for my worms. When they come, we're supposed to get a phone call when the shipment arrives. Most of what I have left to plant are my tomatoes and my peppers and basil. I pretty much planted everything else out. I didn't realize I had so many tomatoes, but that'll be good. We can make salsa, can them and stuff. So gorgeous today. It's almost hot. It's like, I think it's in the 70s. Just a slight little breeze. Depending on where you're sitting, it's a cool breeze. But if you're out in the sun, it's a warm breeze. And they did call about the worms, so my husband's on his way to town to pick up my worms. So he had me put the worm bin way out on the other side of the yard where I put my compost pile. He thought that would be best in case things smelled. I told him it's not supposed to smell, but he thought they smelled. He's remembering from when his grandfather had a worm farm, like when he was a little boy. So he must remember that it smelled just, it wasn't supposed to smell. Anyway, that's what I'm waiting for now, is my worms to come. Oh, I was going to tell you, my little broccolis that I planted out, several weeks ago, were doing just fine. But today when I looked, they were gone. So one of two things happened. Either they didn't like all the rain we got, which is a possibility, but the second and most likely is that something came along and ate them. I know we do have bunnies in our yard and birds, even the neighbor cat, but it's most likely bunnies. So anyway, I'm glad I had more, and I'll get more planted. I've got a few that didn't get planted yet. Not very many, but I can plant some seeds there too. Have them come up without having been pre-planted. They weren't broccolis, I'll take that back, they were cabbages. So I was looking forward to cabbages, and I still will have some because there's some in some other spots, but those particular ones just up and disappeared on me. But it looks like there's a few things coming up where I planted beets, and I'm hoping it's beets. I planted out some kales today, the Nero Day, whatever it's called, that are a cabbage, kale kind of. Calls them a cabbage, but then they're a kale at the same time, so I don't know which it is. Anyway, I will show you my worms when they get here. Okay, so, yeah.
I'm going into the shop, honey.
Okay. Yeah, lots of worms. Worms. They're disappearing down onto the... What? Okay. Well, that's all for today. I probably will do a little bit more work out in the garden, but you don't need to tag along with me all the time. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I invite you to do so. If you have subscribed, don't forget to like and share. And most of all, happy gardening. Happy worm growing if you happen to have a worm farm. And may the good Lord richly bless you.